Hello! I'm the developer of Höll Space 56 and I like to give you a little tour of the game. We shall start with the single player mode, delete the current character and go ahead and start by pressing new, which will create a new save game. So,
Resurrection sequence failed. Unit corrupted. Attempting revival and backup units.
so the game is loading the main world. That might take, depending on your hard drive, a little bit longer. If you have an SSD, you will get probably the loading times that I have currently here. The loading of the main world isn't that optimized yet. I'm still working on that subject, but it should result in us actually getting here. After arriving, I'm just gonna let the game settle for a few seconds, and now it runs fairly stable. So let's go on and have a look around where we are. We can see back here that there's something on the ground. So I've picked it up, and what I picked up was an XP booster, which gave me fixed 50 XP. So that was what that was. There is a melee weapon here to the right that you can see. And I've triggered the resurrection chamber, which didn't have anything particularly good to resurrect because I'm already in good health here. So let's go ahead and grab the melee weapon and also move over here and have a look at this table. There's some more XP, a keycard, some ammunition, and a ranged weapon. And from the sounds of it, there might be a good reason why I'm finding a weapon here. It could be something that helps me as soon as this door may open when I approach it. With my keycard, that is specially coded for opening red doors, and this seems to be a red door. Well, at least from the thing above. So, yeah, and as we can see, here are some creatures out here that I'm now letting in, at least one of them, and yeah, let's get rid of the other ones as well and see what's going on. So, those seem to be some biodroids that haven't resurrected properly, so they are not in the mood to be in any way constructive, so we should try to get rid of them. Oh, there's some coming down here. I'm now using infrared vision, which nicely highlights my enemies, but limits my sight distance. As you can see, everything back there turns black. And with the normal vision, I of course have a much further sight distance. And that's this guy gone, and let's have a look around. As we can see, here's an explosive container. Well, it's a container, it's red, and it's in game, so it's probably explosive. Let's see. Yep, and that took care of this guy with the gun, so that did work. Oh, now two of them are coming at the same time. Yeah, always make sure that you don't turn your back towards a possible route of attack, because otherwise you definitely might end up with some enemies behind you, which what just happened to me. And here's another one coming, so let's get rid of that one as well. Well, that looks fairly secure, but let's go back in here and have a look at the inventory. We have some clothing pieces here, we have our pistol, ammunition. If we use that, our general ammunition is increased. And we have the character statistics here, which allow us to improve some abilities or more or less attributes, like strength, quickness, constitution, and so on. I'm going to increase the speed or agility, because that seems to be a good thing to do if everything that I encountered so far is a little bit slower. Well, not everything, this was rather quick. And this also unlocked the double jump abilities. So changing attributes changes also the available skill set from which to draw in order to fight here. This corner is a bit dark, so let's do something about it. Oh, we have a flashlight. So now it's not dark and we didn't find anything particularly interesting here. But now let's move in here. That is, as from the looks of it, the corrupted resurrection chamber that we've seen in the intro sequence. So let's go ahead, and we already picked up the stuff here. Here's an extra piece of clothing, and here we can find an additional weapon. That unfortunately only has 20 or let's say 45 bullets coming along with it, so I'm going to switch back to the pistol for now. Let's go to the inventory and switch the clothing. That changes some attributes like the resistance to bullets and also the movement speed and other things. So the clothing sets are also integrated into the RPG system, and the general behavior of the game changes depending on which outfits, equipment, spacesuits, or power armors you find and use in the game. So let's move up this staircase and see what awaits up here. Now we have a slight change in music, and there's someone coming our way. And another explosive barrel. Let's see if that takes care of this guy, and it nicely worked. Over here, there's no surprise waiting here, that's good. So let's see around this corner who will be showing up. Yeah, one other easy to get rid of enemy. And here we have an additional room that we can move in, but I'm now not going this way. And that's one of the main things about the game. It's not forcing you to go in any particular direction. You can find many routes and many ways to go through the levels. So those levels here are non-linear, and the game actually rewards you for exploring. So if you go around and look for things, you might, well, find additional ammunition hidden in a corner somewhere. Or
I need a key.
discover that you need a key, probably a turquoise one, to open this turquoise door over here, and things like that. So let's jump over here, that worked, and go up the staircase. Well, the double jump is actually quite good if you get into close quarter fights with your enemies. You can double jump your way out of it, and so on. So let's go the other way around and have a look here and see what's going on in this area. Well, we have something in this direction. Yes. Ah, here are additional grenades. And there's nothing in sight distance, but I can hear that there's still enemies alive and around. And there's a burning red gate. I do have a red key, so I could try to make my way past that. Well, let's do this. I'm just gonna see what happens. So, we have a burning corridor and I'm losing health points. But the good thing is, I've got more health points than this thing is long. However, up here we can see those locks, those doors are all locked. But, that looks suspicious. So always look around in this world, because you might find ways to move about the world which are not the most obvious ones and bring you to totally different sectors, which you were in the, if you were just following the obvious ways, not be exploring as of now in the game. However, be advised, if you do this, you might run into enemies that far outgun you, because, well, after all, I just went here from the beginning. So let's just do something like, here's an elevator, a mystery elevator. Let's just see where that leads. And it leads down. And yes, so looks like we found something down here. And we found some enemies which are not as nice as the other ones. They actually shoot at us. So let's try to not draw their attention right away. And so that looks a bit like some kind of power station or something. And we have some bigger enemies down there that we haven't seen so far, and that haven't seen us so far, which is a good thing. So we might opt out for taking the elevator up again, or go down and see what awaits us. So I'm gonna go for the let's see what's await, taking us down here. But I'm not gonna rush in. I first have to have a look around and see if there's a tactically wise way how to approach this. So we've got a couple of grenades. Let's see if that solves the issue. Okay. Well, one taken care of with a grenade. Let's... maybe we can... oh, yeah, they actually are in range of some of those guys. Yeah, let's see if that is headshot range. Yeah, they can take more than one hit. So, and this thing looks like it will do some serious damage. Oh, they're trying to fight me. So let's see. Oh, that was a failure. I nearly blew myself up with this grenade. Okay, so let's see. Maybe we can take this one out. That's a bit far away. But I'm trying to throw it down again. Maybe I'm out of grenades, but I managed to take some of those guys out, so you don't always have to rush in and do silly things. You can also be tactical about the way you're dealing with this. And let's go down here and see what's going on. So we've got those guys here. They're shooting, but are not really precise. But if there are enough of them firing at you, you will take damage and go down. And you haven't seen me so far, but okay, let's get out of close quarter combat here. Okay, and now into the proper boss fight with the right music to go along with this. Okay, with the starting weapon and out of grenades, I'm trying to kill some things that can set half of the map on fire. But I still have some hit points left, and that can work. Well, let's see. Well, I managed to get away. Yeah. Okay, that's true. I actually was hit. So much about you can get into parts of the world where you weren't supposed to be at that point in time. So probably going down into a reactor and fighting some big demon creatures with just the starting pistol wasn't such a good idea, but the game isn't preventing you from doing that. If you like to do this, you can do it. Well, if you found a way to get there, because we couldn't get there with a key, because we hadn't had the right key, but we could sneak ourselves into this location by just bypassing it, going to some glass, running through some superheated ventilation shafts, and then, all of a sudden, we were defeated. But that isn't the problem, because you're always starting back up in the game, in the resurrection chamber. The only thing to keep in mind is you're clearing out enemies and you're consuming resources in the world, meaning ammunition and health. Enemies drop health and ammunition, but you might actually at some point run out of both. So, in this case, you can simply go save the game, quit, and restart without deleting your save, and you basically have the entire map reset back to 0 without anything killed, but you keep all your experience and all your equipment. So this way you can make your way through the game, even if you didn't manage it on the first run. And one thing that I can show you now in the inventory again is I still have all my equipment, and I have in the character screen here resurrection counter 1. You don't want to get this too high, otherwise the resurrection becomes more, let's say, complex to achieve than just respawning. So this is something to keep in mind. If you want to have a perfect result, you should be able to play the game without ever needing to resurrect. Well, you can do this if you're finding a good tactic how to beat the levels. Like, for example, being smart about and shooting at enemies before they see you. Oh well, that didn't work out that well. They actually now all see me. And the good thing is I can double jump here and I can double jump back up here, and then I can take them out. Something like this should work just nicely. Besides that, this guy took quite a few shots to kill. And what do we have over here? Well, I don't need the flashlight, it's bright enough. There's nothing hidden here, but maybe around this corner? Oh, nothing hidden here. Okay. Well, I actually was here already, so yeah, that might explain it. Let's go up the staircase, but this time in a sneaky way, and see what's going on here. Okay, we've got some AI running around there, and we've got some up there, but maybe they're not artificial intelligence. They could also be artificial dumbness, but they're undead biodroid cyber zombies, so They're not supposed to be smart, they're just supposed to be many of them. And that they are. Okay. Let's go up here. There's some back there. Let's go a tactical approach and try not to get hit. So, well, here's of course nothing like an auto cover system or something like that. It's all up to you, but you can basically just use the cover anyway by moving in the right way. So this is rather efficient here, because even if there are enemies on the other side, they will have a hard time hitting me. And this one hasn't seen me yet. Aha! And at some point, that's too late. By the time it realized that I was shooting, it was already somewhat eliminated. Let's move into this direction and have a look over here. We've got an incoming one up here, we've got another one down there. So, and there is one as well. So, let's go for a melee attack. Not the right timing. Melee is right now all about timing. You have to trigger your attack in the right moment in order to hit the enemy and take it out with one blow. Like this. Well, I probably just stabbed it. Let's move in here and see what's going on. So far, not that much. If the door is open, there's an enemy standing right there, which is no longer standing there. And here, who do we have here? Let's see. Is there someone? Oh, yeah, there's someone incoming. And some more XP. And some up there, so let's use a grenade. In a highly inefficient way, because I did blow up something, but nothing anywhere near to the enemy. I might have to rethink the way how I throw grenades or how I've implemented them in the game. Yes. So let's see in here. Oh, let's take this one. Oh, well, something was firing at me, but it wasn't in here. Well, there is some ammunition up here. Well, let's take that along. And there seems to be some issue with some corrupted organic material which is polluting the structure here. Let's see if there's... Oh! Yeah, that's an unpleasant surprise directly behind the door. But the pleasant surprise is some more ammunition. So, we're a bit down from our starting ammunition, everything we picked up down there, but now we're almost good. We can go for some violent exchanges of damage with enemies. So let's have a look through the door. And here's not that much. But let's move up this corridor. And look around the corner. Well, there's nothing here. But there's something in here also. So let's see what we can do about this. Okay, he has seen me right away. Those guys back there haven't seen me. So let's go in and see what we can do about this. Oh, yeah, we can probably not run backwards into an enemy. It's that. Okay, let's put on infrared vision. I don't care about enemies that are far away. I just care about enemies that I'm running into because I didn't see them. Okay, and unlike a flashlight, the infrared vision actually doesn't tell the enemies that I'm here. Aha. So let's see what's going on over there. Yes, well, I do have grenades, right? Huh. Yeah, but at least I blew up something. Okay. Looks like I resurrected here. Well, this tactic kind of worked, but not as intended. Okay, but I know exactly where those guys are now, and how to get there. So, this isn't speed up or anything, this is the nice benefit of increasing your speed and unlocking double jumps, because if you know where you're going, you can get there quite quickly. Like, I'm on the way. And since I probably took out most of the guys here, I should be fine for a moment. And I'm back with reloaded weapons, full health, and definitely gonna take this guy also this time. Okay. Let's have a look in the R-Vision just to make sure that there are no others in here. Okay, there's something there, but that's not that much of interest. Let's see here. Oh, well. Always things that fall apart and open up new passageways, which I'm not gonna go along right now. I'm just gonna go for the big corridor, which is terribly obvious. So let's have a look what's behind this door. Oh. Something that I definitely don't want to approach this way. Yeah, double jumping backward. Ah, good thing that I opened up this air vent thingy, so that barrier of rubble just saved me. Okay, let's go in here and this time not sneak right into an enemy. And oh yeah, so much for not sneaking into enemies. Oh, I managed to take this one out, and that is still coming at me. And from the looks of it, I don't want to be in close combat with that. Oh, here we have some crashed fighters or starships, which are also hanging up there, so that might indicate some of the purpose of this room and what actually is going on here and where we might be. Okay, we have no grenades, but we have 21 bullets. Let's see how many headshots it takes. Okay, did anyone count? It was 9 headshots for this guy that was coming at us. Okay, so this doesn't look like the water in the other room, so it's probably not such a good idea to fall in there. This one back there hasn't seen me yet, so let's use this wonderful ladder, which is placeholder artwork that shall be replaced in one of the coming builds because it is ugly and doesn't finish properly, and my climbing animations are awful. I'm well aware of that. That's also something that will be addressed. Let's climb up a bit further and see how we can get to the other side. Well, besides by climbing in mid-air. So this jump looks a bit far, but this structure looks like it's something that we can traverse. So if we're up here and trigger a double jump, we just make it over. So it's also up to your skill in regards to maneuvering the character in the level to get to desirable places with hidden loot and things that might be rather useful. Well, for actions like going down into some rooms with big fiery zombie thingies that will definitely be easier to kill if you have lots of grenades and stuff. Okay, you see we have found some health, and this not falling down thing I'm trying to actually do this time, and what I'm now doing is jumping up here and sneaking over here and going to this location and grab at least this ammunition pack. Let's have a look. We've got a full ammunition pack and I'm using it. Okay, and we're that's our automatic rifle. Okay. Well, that one didn't get far, and I'm out of ammo for the automatic rifle. So let's see what's happened to my other weapon, which I should still... Oh, did I drop my main weapon somewhere? Okay, this is peculiar. Okay, let's do this then. Well, we do have a melee weapon, and it is actually quite powerful if you have the timing right.
I'm hit.
Or not. Okay, so now I'm going to show you what happens with the level. When you basically decide that's enough for today, I want to save my progress and come back tomorrow. You're basically going to go on save and quit. The game is quitting, you're going back to the main menu, and if you click on single player again, you can click load. This load will load all your character statistics, but it won't load the world itself. The world itself will be reset, which also means I can pick up everything again, like for example this nice blade weapon that I already have, this pistol, which is rather useful because I dropped it somewhere, and we have our friends back. But now we know where they are. We roughly know where they are because they keep on wandering and idling around in the world while we're walking around, so they got a bit of a life of their own. And of course this I could have predicted. That's one was coming from this direction. Last time there wasn't one coming from that direction, so that is a peculiar thing. And we've got this time one of those coming in, so it's never the same in regards to where you encounter what type of enemy and how many of those are there. So let's have a look at the character screen, and we can increase our abilities a bit. Let's see, maybe I already unlocked a triple jump, which is even more awesome than a double jump. No, still double jumping, just the jump height has slightly changed. And I'm gonna get rid of this one up there, and oh, this is okay. I have some advantage with having some more XP and knowing a bit about a level, but yeah, that's also limited by being too reckless. Now, did I take them out? Yes, at least one of them. The weapons are automatically reloading. This means when you fired the last round and still have ammunition, there's a short delay of one shot that isn't fired, and then the weapon is reloaded. So it makes sense to reload the weapon, but it's not terribly dangerous if you didn't, because you still can fairly quickly fire again. So those we got out of the way. Well, he was a bit too close for comfort, so double jumping solved the issue. How bad can zombies be if you have a jetpack? Haha! Well, they can be kind of bad if you are not able to jump away quickly enough, or if they come along with some weapons. Okay, this time I'm going to go for this direction, and well, I'm up here. Maybe I still have a med pack somewhere. I don't have a med pack, so I should have a look if I can deal with my opponents in an efficient way. Maybe some grenades down there might be helpful. Yeah, coming up a spiral staircase. It wasn't the smartest idea of those guys. And let's see, here's extra health. So let's explore this somewhat dark passageway. And there are glowing eyes, so I'm better walk a bit backwards, and that's what we're dealing with, and now it should be gone. Let's have a look over here. This corridor is leading to another door. What lies behind it? Some guys on patrol duty, so that's not that helpful. They're too far away. But I can get out here and start, first of all, observing where they are. So some are coming down the staircase. I might be able to take them out from here. And yeah, they're coming downstairs. Just not in the way they intended. Well, as long as none of them is behind me, everything is fine. Because 3 at a time does work. Unless they develop some super quick moving powers or call their friends from both directions. Yeah. Okay, I'm expending quite a few bullets here. And, well, slight improvement in regards to the amount of ammunition I've got available, which is rather nice. And let's go back there, or maybe have a look over here. Well, I should be able to take them out with melee attacks if they don't see me coming, so let's get rid of the flashlight. Okay. Or maybe not such a good idea. Yes. It's hard to get the timing right when you don't see them that well. Oh, here are also structures that fall apart. Ah, well. There's always something to discover and find. Well, that looks like a long drop down. I don't want to go down there. Who knows where that might lead to? I think there was another one over to the right somewhere. I can still hear them, so... Oh, yeah, that wasn't such a good idea. Let's just get out of the line of fire for a moment. And I really would appreciate if I could see the guys in the distance, so... Oh, that's a health pack, is it? Yes, good. Do I have grenades left? That should take care of that one. And everything around it. Okay, let's look over here. Well, that's just XP. There seem to be some more of them in here. And a flashlight might come in handy. Oh, and down the corridor, there's something down there with glowing eyes. And they haven't seen me, which is rather convenient. Let's have a look over here and see where that might lead. Oh, it might lead directly into the line of fire of a guy with a gun. Yeah, that's a good idea to look in both directions if you enter a T-junction. Okay, what do we have here? Here we're getting into some tower-like structure. Well, am I in the mood to explore this right now? Maybe, or maybe not. Let's head back here and see what else is going on in this ventilation shaft that we just discovered. Here was one, and it's a dead end, so there's nothing bad going to come from this direction. Let's see what we have over here then. We've got some more ventilation shafts. And I've seen something flickering there, yes. And it's... I've got 75, 74 bullets left. And those things definitely look like I don't want to encounter them in close combat. So... might be a smart idea to... Well, that was the one that I heard early on in this room. And that is another entrance into the same room. So let's explore what's going on up here. Oh, that looks rather secretive. And it looks like I just picked up a rocket launcher. which could be quite fun. To have one of those around when encountering bigger enemies, maybe? I think it might be a waste of perfectly good missiles to shoot simple enemies with this, but let's have a look into the other room here. And there's one standing around. Well, that definitely kills the enemies quite efficiently. But so does a few bullets to that, so I'm not gonna waste the ammunition for the rocket launcher, but that would have been one of the things that would have been really nice to have along when encountering down in the reactor chamber those big giant demon creatures. Because I guess that would have helped a lot to shoot them with something that actually does proper damage rather than tiny bullets out of a handheld pistol, which is nice and precise, but it's, well, it doesn't pack the proper punch to take out one of those. Let's have a look over here, what we can find. Another one of those. Well, that's, yeah. Slow walking enemies, with a bit of aiming precision shouldn't be a big issue. And we've reached the end of this room and entering a passageway, which doesn't open because we need a key. Good thing is, right now there's no falling damage. And anyway, I've got a jetpack. Hey, where's the problem with doing this? Okay. Do I need a key for this? I don't need a key for this. This is good. So let's go on without a key in this case. And since it told me that there was a reason to have a key up there might be something worthwhile. Well, from the looks of it, this is a place where I don't want to go down there. And can I kind of make it in a smart way? Yeah, let's just take this elevator up and see what we can find all the way up on top of this. Something just managed to shoot me. Oh, some... no, watch. Okay, yeah. That was you. Okay. Well, we've got a bit more ammunition, and what do we have here? Well, that looks like another one of us is actually lying around, and this one had equipment along. And what kind of equipment might that be? An automatic pistol, so let's swap out this and equip the automatic pistol. That might be useful to have. Well, let's see what we can find on the other side of this somewhat fragile structure. Maybe without getting constantly shot by someone. Okay, what do we have here? Is a computer terminal. That seems to be some central technology thing with whatever that does. And here's one of the main things in the game. Here's a key card. If you see something that looks like this, pick it up, aim at it, press the pick up E key and take it along with you because it is required somewhere else to go further in the game. Okay, and now let's head over here. I've seen something glowing on top of this. And it's a bit more ammunition. And I really need ammunition when dealing with those guys. Oh, actually, yeah. And I need a good tactic not to get hit by them. Quickly running and using double jumps and jetpacks is a good idea. Even though that probably didn't quite provide the protection that I was after, but here's an elevator. Hopefully it goes all the way up. Yes, it's an elevator that works and gets to the second level. Well, that's our auto pistol. Let's give that one a try. Definitely a more rapid succession of bullets. But, well, I guess it depends on how well you aim and how often you have to fire. And this thing might be quite efficient in dealing with the enemy. Let's head down this hallway, or maybe with a missile launcher in the hand, which kind of slows us down a bit, but okay. Oh. I think we could go here. But there's still enemies on the other side. Let's get a weapon with enough ammunition. And that's this one gone. Those haven't seen me yet. The only thing they've seen are, well, some bullet impacts. Yes, and I'm just running past you guys. Okay, let's see if they follow me through the door. And they will do if the door is open. So, good thing that not any kind of simple melee combat zombie has always a key along with him. Otherwise it would be really annoying. Yeah, that's some health pickups. Did we already explore this time around? Oh, we didn't. So let's gather those resources, get rid of those two, and pick up again a rifle. And the clothing upgrade. Let's go for that and use this, since it will... Oh, wait, is that ammunition for the auto pistol, which I found earlier? Let's use that. So we're now equipped with red and yellow keys, so we can open red and yellow doors. Let's look for red and yellow doors and see which new sectors and sections of the world that might unlock for us. Heading up the staircase, which we are a bit familiar with. Well, and that's the annoying enemy gone. Is there something around the corner? Yes, here's something around the corner. Cool. That's some more ammunition, which is rather useful. Yeah, that's out of range if I'm looking without this. So let's... No, I'm not going to try to take them on from down here, but they haven't seen me, so I can go into the inventory and have a look at the character statistics and maybe improve some useful skills, like maybe this, and that. Now let's head up here. And right over here. And we do remember that this hallway yielded some ammunition. Which is quite nice, since we need every bullet that we can find. But you also don't have to fight every enemy. If you know where you're going and that where you're getting to is safe once you're there, you can just run through. At least you can try. Doesn't mean that you're successful every time you try this, but I just managed to get a whole lot further without getting shot at or killed or anything.
A key is needed.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like I've got the key for this door. What's going on here? This door opens, and it leads to somewhere. This door doesn't look like we can get past it. Let's have a look inside here. Yeah, probably don't wanna... Oh, I just engaged them. That is not such a smart move. Okay, we need a key if we want to get up there, so... This might be one of those rooms where we... The best that we can do is not be in the room. So... Hopefully they don't find the key. We'll get through that doorway. Let's go up this. And... There are some grenades up here, which are always useful to have. And there seems to be some service corridor on the other side. And we've been here before. And this time we're not going to engage this one. And see what we can find over here. Some other service entrances. Let's sneak down here, go through this. Oh, here's a health pack, really useful. Oh, and there's some ammunition back there, and there's an enemy down there. Let's see if we can get rid of this one. Yes, that was efficient. And ammunition is always welcome. Okay, let's switch infrared off, because we don't have an infinite amount of power for that. Let's try to get past here. Oh, they haven't seen me, which is really useful. I can just stay down here, out of sight. And we have some kind of spaceship here. So let's see what we can do about this. Well, here's another way up, so let's go up here and look around. So up on the invisible staircase. Let's see. So okay, we just fell through this, so that's noted. I have to fix the collision on this object. So we're on top of the spacecraft. And run towards it. Front end, I would say, because the thrusters have been back there, so this might be the front. And from what I can tell, we found the bridge, and there's still someone inside. So this thing can be safely assumed hostile. And out there is the rest of the universe. So let's see if we can get in there somehow. Oh, there are some enemies running around there which are guarding the entrance. Let's take them out. Another one coming in. And another one, yeah. It's really good that you see them highlighted, but you don't see them for a long distance, so that might be also a downside of this. And let's go up this staircase and see what awaits up there. So, having a look around, quite some few enemies, but there is probably the door to the front, so let's see if we can do it this way. Yes, we can do it this way, as long as we don't run into too many enemies which decide to block our way, we should be good. Let's take out those guys and hope that they aren't... Yeah, they didn't follow us that quickly. We were quick enough with double jumping, running and using our jetpack. That seems to be the bridge crew trying to welcome us. And here is another key card, in this case a blue key card. Let's pick that one up, find some more ammunition, and have a look. Well, there's some stuff going on out there. There seems to be a bigger spaceship up there. And, well, he's quite happily sitting there and seems to be occupied otherwise. Let's see if we can make the same trick also going to the other direction. Yes, that worked, that one as well, and we didn't have to kill all those enemies, we could just rush past them. Let's head back further into the structure. Up this staircase, up this ladder. And maybe quickly run another way, because it looks like otherwise we're going to be ending up fighting more enemies than we got bullets left. So,
A key is needed.
well, the first one did open, the second one didn't, so I might have to come back with an additional key here in order to get further through this airlock. And here we have... well, that's again an entrance to the maintenance area and the air ducts and the conduits, which I'm not going to explore right away. What do we have here? Well, whatever that is, that's a bit too many enemies. Okay, That's right, coming at me right away. And another spacecraft. This time with the unhealthy looking water below it. And maybe we can find a way into this. And that's this one gone as well. Look further over here. So there's definitely going to be a way in there. And of course, if something is in the world, it's probably there for a purpose, can be interacted and explored. I'm not going to do this. I'll let you figure this one out when you're actually playing the game, and just go for another section. Well, let's have a look at the staircase.
I'm being hit.
And is this one gone? And let's have a look up here. Let's see what awaits us down this corridor. A small enemy with a gun. And can we do something about our health? Pistol ammo we can use, but we're not equipped with anything else in particular powerful.
That's a hit.
That looks like a boss fight. We did have the rocket launcher. And that's this one gone. Hopefully he has dropped some health packs, so that's useful. And that seems to be something that we definitely don't want to be entangled with in close combat. But the good thing is we've got a rocket launcher and we are running out of hallway down here. And ammunition for the rocket launcher, which is limiting our capability to deal with something that big. Yeah, let's not get hit. We have to put some distance between me and this creature. So I definitely don't have the right weapons for this, so let's see if we can make it uncomfortable. Yeah, exploding 20 grenades is a good idea. And we found another yellow key, so this time we're well equipped with yellow keys. And some enemies down here. So, but I don't want to play too much in here, because it's up to you to explore the game as well. And what I'm now going to do is I'm going to go out, go back to the main menu, and, well, wish you all hopefully a good day, and hope you enjoyed watching me play this game. And if you like it, it's available on Steam, and there's going to be more coming to it. In regards to more coming to it, I'm now going to do something. There's a sneaky thing down here which actually opens up a developer level. Yeah, the level where I put all the stuff in order to test things. And you can see here are lots of new characters, uniforms, models. We even have hangars with intact spaceships. Piloted by someone. And just to give you a glimpse in one of the other episodes, we have I don't know if it's up there or down here. Let's have a look down here. We have down here a teleporter that might take us to the level that we just left. Okay, let's not go here. Let's go in here and have a look at something else. because I'm sure I put a secret teleporter somewhere that actually leads us into one of the levels for one of the other upcoming episodes. And this is probably here. So let's have a look. And then quickly stop looking. So, well, we see there are lots of new weapons. We're on a planet. Here are also our enemies hanging around. But that's just a little preview of where else we might be running around and seeing things and fighting things, and where the storyline, which does exist even though that it's really hard to find in the first episode, is leading us to. Okay, thanks for watching, and well, have a nice day.